Well, hey there. Just got a Yardbird Chicken Plucker, and once I got it all put together, I kind of noticed there was a few things I didn't really like about it. So, at any rate, I thought I'd go ahead and get it tweaked a little bit, so at least it was usable in my mind without being a real pain in the rear end. So, at any rate, this is a quick rundown of the modifications for the Yardisam Yardbird Plucker. Nothing too crazy. I've seen other people do some mods and that kind of thing. This is definitely cheaper than making one if I include my time. So at any rate, the basics were there and thought I'd just tweak it and make it right. So anyway, as you can see, I still have that little safety proximity switch intact. Haven't done anything with that. The cord with that GFI cob on the end, I don't have to see if I need to get a better way to mount that cord. It's just cable tied up there now just to get it up and out of the way. But at any rate, you can see I made a handle for it out of 3/4 inch conduit. Nothing too crazy, pretty straightforward. A couple of brackets that the handle attached to right there, and also attached to the original equipment frame that came with the plucker itself. Got one of them on each side, as you can see. Other than that, a couple things. I don't know if you can see this very well, but there's kind of part of the linkage assembly. I did flip the switch around inside the box just to make it functional and usable. That's a block of nylon. Fits on the original equipment toggle switch just to make it work properly and smoothly and that kind of thing. Kind of walk around here to the other side, give you a better look at the linkage. This is probably a lot better view, but an integrated clevis, 3/8 rod, some steel connecting to that block pivot point back there, and just bent 1/8 inch plate attaching to the original motor mount bolts. Use the original bolts, no additional stuff needed. Little bronze bushing inside that cap screw pivot point. Can't see how it works here. Just very little movement. See how that works. And that just kind of follows along up here with the actuating rod. Just like this. A couple of stop collars out of Delrin. Inside the drum, nothing too big there. I ended up making a plug or a pretty large washer out of Delrin as well. That's got an O-ring to seal off that shaft. And I just put anti-seize in the bolt. You know, as others have noted, that's a left-hand 8x125 pitch screw, left-hand reverse thread. Stock length, didn't have to change anything. Again, just a piece of 3.5 inch diameter Delrin that I turned down and put an O-ring groove in it for it. So at any rate, I'll turn it on. Runs pretty smooth. Got power to it. Come over here, hit the knob, pull it up. Runs. Doesn't stay up on its own. Not sure if I'm gonna modify it to stay up or not, but right now it just drops on its own. Runs smooth. Just didn't like the thought of that exposed hex head down in there. Couldn't find a button head cap screw, you know, with the Allen wrench hex head or hex socket to put in there, but just didn't like the amount of space, and didn't want a bird getting down there bruising up my expensive chicken breast. So at any rate, gonna try this on some ducks. I'm definitely gonna throw a goose in there, see what the hell happens. So At any rate, that's a quick overview. If you got any questions, let me know. It didn't take very long. Works well. Just scrap crap I had around the shop here and threw it together. And again, you can kind of just see that little switch, that little block down there. See, it just moves that block up. And basically, the end of that shaft, I turned a little ball and put a roll pin through that nylon block and greased it up a little bit on that rubber boot so it didn't tear up the switch too bad. So, but this linkage does require that you rotate the switch 180 degrees to get it to actuate opposite the way it came from the factory. So there you go. There you have it. Hope you enjoy it. Take care.